Okay, so hold on, there we go. In this video, we are going to talk about, or we're going to do the same kind of thing that we did with our frequency tables. So we're going to get all the information for the box and whisker plots, and then in the second video, we are going to create them. So some vocab for you. So the box and whisker plots are created off of percentiles and quartiles. So a percentile is a percentage from 1 to 99 of a distribution of data that shows how much of the data falls at or below the given percent. So at this percent, there's 30, you have 36% of the data or something like that. So then the median, or in this case also known as the middle of the set of data, represents, so because it's the middle, that's the 50th percentile or 50 percentile. So the quartiles are percentiles, so what we just talked about, that divide the data into fourths. So into 4 different categories. So you've got your lowest data value, then your first quartile, your second quartile, or what's also known as your median, then the third quartile, then your highest data value. So I know that it seems like there's 5 here, but it'll make more sense here in a second on why there's only 4 percentiles. So what we are doing is creating a 5-number summary, though, these 5 numbers here. So you are going to want to put your data in order from smallest to largest. It just makes it easier to make sure that you have all the data that you need. So then you are going to find the median, and like above it says that is your quartile 2. So we're going to talk about how to create that right here, or how to find that. So we'll talk about that in a second. So then you are going to find the median, but for your lower half of the data. When you do this, do not include your quartile 2 or your actual median in your calculation. So what you are finding here is your quartile 1. So first you split it in half, and then you take your smaller half of your data and split that in half, and then you're going to take your top half of your data and split that in half, making it into your 4 different categories. So then you are going to find the median for your upper half of your data. Again, do not include that quartile 2 number in your calculation. And what you just found was your Q3. So, how to find your median? First, you need to put your data values in order from smallest to largest, which we already said up here. If there is an odd number of data values, it actually makes it a little bit easier for you, and it's just going to be what your middle number is. If there's an even number of your data values, you are going to take the 2 middle numbers add them together, and then divide it all by 2. Okay, so we're just going to talk about how to create this, and then we'll make a box and whisker plot for it. So putting your information from smallest to largest. So our smallest number is 10. Then we've got an 11. And I just cross them off as I do this so that I know that I've got that number. So then we've got 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, and then 2 21s. Okay, so then now we know what our highest and our lowest number is. So we can put, or our lowest and our highest number. So we can put those down here. So our lowest number is 10 and our highest number is 21. So we need to find the median of the data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 numbers here. So because we have an odd number, we can take the middle number. So I just kind of go like this, and I one at a time, so I know what my middle number is. So here is my middle number, so the 16. So the median is 16. So remember, that is your Q2 value. So I can put that down here now too. So then this information right here is how you're going to find your lower quartile. And this one right here then is your upper. Sorry, I almost put higher. So now we have to find the median of the lower and then the upper data. So now you can see how it was if you have an even number. So here, because we have an even number of values, I have to take the two middle numbers, which is 11 and 14. So I got to add those together and then divide it by 2. So that is 25, then divided by 2, which is 12.5. So this is your quartile 1. Then you have to do the same thing with your upper half of your data. So the 20 plus 21 divided by 2. So that's 41 divided by 2, which is 20.5. So that right there is your quartile 3. Okay, so we'll talk about how to make the box and whisker plot in the next video, but I want you to go ahead and find your 5-number summary for this one here on page 11. Okay, let me know if you've got any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.